There's a great quote by A.W. Tozer, and he said this: "Your place in the world is where your greatest passion meets the world's greatest need." Now that can start the moment you wake up and you're taking care of your children. It can take place right away when you're encouraging your husband, showing him how much you respect him. It can happen in relationships anywhere from the sidelines of the soccer field to the kitchen table to the boardroom and everywhere in between. But every single one of us, when we look deep inside, realizes there's something that we are stirred up about, that we are passionate about, that we deeply care about. And when that coincides to a need that is going on right now in the world, that is exactly where you are meant to be. There's something that coaches say, which is that athletics, championships, sports, really it is 10% attitude and only 90% physical. So we can all wake up with all those ideas of thinking, oh my goodness, I can't do this, or I have this, or I have whatever. It really comes down to attitude and mindset. Finding your core stability. That's what training is all about in athletics. And for us in life, our core stability comes when we very clearly can articulate what are our priorities, what is most important to us. For me, it is God, marriage, children, calling, country. That's it. It lines up. And what happens is then when you get up in the day, it is like it gives you a laser focus. And one of the biggest challenges is distraction. There are so many things calling at us at one time. And sometimes it's a real voice going, mommy, 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 calling for our attention. Or it's the finances, or it's something around the house, or if you're single, trying to make it on your own. But when you get your core stability down, when you know what really drives you, what you're really about, it simplifies everything. It's not about working harder, it's about working more simply, smarter, being present. When you're with your kids, be present with your kids. When you're in your job, be present in your job. Then switch back instead of trying to do it all at one time. Don't look at what you can't do, look at what you can do. Read anything by Helen Keller, you will be so inspired. Here's a woman born blind, deaf, and dumb, or she was that way from early in her life. And she was the most optimistic woman. She believed she could do almost anything she set her mind to. And she was the one that said life is either a daring adventure or nothing. And all we have to do to keep ourselves motivated is say, at the end of the day, do I want a life without regrets? Do I want to know that I gave it everything I had? Be it with my children, with my marriage, with my business, with my church, with my community? Not all at the same time, but in those moments when I was focused on each. You can't control the results, but you can have a whole lot of joy on the way when you live with that kind of passion.